What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another video. I just wanted to make a little bit of a video here talking about my first week of sentence mining. It is the 6th right now, so I'm technically only 6 days in, but by the time this releases, it'll be a week, and I just thought I would share some of my thoughts. So I had a comment in one of my videos asking why I had changed my idea of passive immersion, and this kind of feeds into the idea of like passive immersion and sentence mining. It's kind of going together. And so I wanted to just talk about it because I figured it'd be easier than leaving like a whole detailed comment. And so basically somebody asked me like when I talked to Matt, what did he say that made me change my mind on doing my passive immersion? Because if you'll remember, I was doing my passive immersion with Pimsleur, and I was doing Nuke Marine's Trimsleur, and that's what I was using as my passive. But after talking to Matt, he was, especially now that I'm getting into sentence mining, basically he was like, what I would do is I would do my sentence mining, and whatever show you're mining, I would use that show as your passive immersion. And the reason for this is because I am, like, the show, for example, that I am mining right now, if there's something that pops out in another show that I'm watching, I go and grab that sentence. But the show that I'm specifically mining is Violet Evergarden. And what I'm doing is listening to the shows. Like, I've mined the first 5 episodes. I have about 56 or close to 60 sentences so far that are kind of the target one sentence, which if I do come across a sentence that I don't understand, even after I mined it, I just delete it. Like, I don't, whatever. Because like there are some things that I've mined that I think that I know, and then it pops up and I'm like, okay, I don't know that at all. So, and that's just kind of a trial and error process right now. But basically the reason that I do this and is because the sentences, this is basically just extra reps for those sentences. I notice, like, because when I'm at work, I will listen to stuff, or when I'm driving down the road, I'll listen to stuff or whatever. And the sentences that I've mined, especially if it's something that I'm a little bit more familiar with from repping it a time or two already, I will specifically pick out and know, and I can associate it with that moment in that show. And it's not even like a translation thing. I'm like, that's that sentence. Boom, that's this happened, or whatever the sentence may be. And so the idea is, I don't know exactly if Matt meant it this way, and this could be me paraphrasing and stuff, but basically it's extra repetitions. And not only that, but like this versus Pimsleur, this is legitimate Japanese, the way that it is spoken. Now granted, some of this is anime, and I know people, well, anime and they speak differently and stuff, but this is passive immersion from Japanese people, from content made by Japanese for Japanese, as to where Pimsleur is made by probably English people, like by native English speakers for native English speakers, but to teach Japanese. And so honestly, I really, really like it. Plus the ups and downs, Pimsleur has a very, like kind of a very even monotone cadence, and the sentences that I'm mining, and then of course doing my passive listening with what I'm mining from, it automatically, like, it just, I don't know, man, it really just kind of, the ups and downs and getting like a more natural cadence to Japanese, or at least it feels that way. I don't know if that's legit or not, but that's what it feels like to me. Today I did do a little bit of passive listening from Kantaro, the Sweet Tooth Salaryman, which I am not mining right now. But the thing that I noticed was there's some stuff, even though I've watched that show twice now, there's some stuff in that show that I picked up when I was listening that I didn't pick up when I was watching it. And I'm assuming it's just because I've advanced a little bit more. Obviously not, I'm not talking like 200 words. I'm talking like maybe 5 or 6 little things that may have popped out a little bit more than when I was watching it. And I thought that was really, really interesting. So I listened to like 8 episodes of it today, on top of I listened to Violet Evergarden. I listened to the 5 episodes that I've mined. I listened to twice today. So I got a lot of passive listening in, but that's pretty much it. I hope that kind of answers the question. But basically, yeah, I switched to my passive immersion to that versus Pimsleur. And I have, as of right now, stopped doing Pimsleur, just because I'm getting a little bit more use out of some other things between Anki and stuff like that. And especially now that I'm sentence mining, I'm actually getting a lot more. So just because I'm sentence mining, like, even though I'm mining certain sentences, there are other sentences that I'm still learning words from, because I may be like, I think I kind of know this, and I'll click on it, and I may not, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, mental note, now I know this is this. And will I retain that information? I don't know. We'll see next time it pops up. But basically, I'm spending a little bit of time essentially watching an anime or TV show and reading the script to it and trying to pick out those sentences that I know, the target one sentences. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here. Just leave it short and sweet. So, I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully that answers your question. Let me know down below if it does. But I want to thank my Patreon supporters, of course. And if you have any interest in joining my Patreon, where I have some perks I'm trying to post over there somewhat regularly, you can join. The link to that is in the description below, and that is patreon.com/SeaboltSpeaks. Also in the description below is a link to my Discord server. You can come check out everything going on over there, hang out and chat with everybody over there as well. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.